And in this video today, I'm going to share with you 5 common mistakes or errors plumbers usually do when installing these pumps here, right in front of me. Okay, so I'm going to take you through those mistakes and the solutions to those mistakes in case the mistakes have already occurred, and also for you to be cautioned so that you will not fall victim of those mistakes and errors when installing these submersible well water pumps and these surface water pumps. This is a surface water pump or a centrifugal water pump, and this one is a submersible well or borehole water pump. Okay, so the first mistake you should never do when installing these pumps, these submersible well pumps here, don't you ever try to run this pump dry, not even a second. I repeat, don't try to run this water pump dry. That's a common mistake most people do, because they would like to test it to see if it works, if it can run without water. This water pump, if you dare do it, you might end up making the worst mistake of your life, because it will definitely cease. It may cease, which is very, very expensive to repair, or it may become beyond repair. So, before you start this water pump, you make sure it is submerged into the water. And when we are saying submerge it into the water, we are not saying let it sit down like this. It must not sit into the borehole. It must be suspended about 2 meters from the ground. So let's say your borehole is 8 meters. You need to place this with 78 meters, so that you will leave about 2 meters down, so that it cannot suck mud and dirty particles that may cause premature wear and tear, which is detrimental to its working capacity and the warranty itself. The second mistake most people do when installing these water pumps is using this swing nipple, this adapter here. We call it a swing nipple. As you can see, this one is made for hose. This is specifically for hose pipes. So you can connect your water pump here with their threads, and on the other surface you place your flexible hose and you clip that flexible hose with a hose clipper. But in this case, you may find that so many people of these days are now using these HDPE pipes to connect the board. So you will not need this switch nipple when installing this. You will need something like this HDPE male adapter to replace this switch nipple. You see? So make sure you remove this before installing. You will also buy this extra part, because this one is bought with the pump, but you will need something like this. Then you buy this HDPE male adapter. You put it here in place. Instead of using this switch nipple, you will use this male adapter. You put your threads here, then you put it here, making sure that the threads correctly align with each other to avoid damaging the threads and avoid future problems. Then coming to number 3 problem or mistake is incorrect wiring of these controllers. Okay, so you have to make sure that you connect these electric cables correctly, like DC plus here, DC minus, W, V to V, U to U. You jump one, you jump this TL, and here the TH, that is where you put TH for float switch. Then here, that is where you put your other cable from this float switch. So make sure to do that correctly. Never ever to replace the connection, otherwise you may cause irreversible damage to the pump or to the controller. Then the fourth mistake people are facing is that the controller not fixed. Okay, the controller needs to be fixed to the wall like this. Mount it, let it be fixed and unshakable. It must not shake like this. Okay, it must not shake. Don't put it on a direct sunlight or where there are high temperatures or too low temperatures. Put them in the room temperatures where there's no direct sunlight, and let it be fixed, okay, in one place. Then lastly, number 5 mistake is incorrect installation of the float switch. This is the float switch. Make sure to correctly install this float switch, otherwise your pump will not run or will misbehave, will run in a way that you do not want. For example, if it is not properly installed, because this controller here, because this float switch here sends signals to this controller, and this controller controls the water pump. Okay, so if this float switch is sending forward signal to this controller like that, the tank is not full yet, it will send signal to this controller that tank is not full because the float switch is incorrectly installed. So this controller will send signal to the pump that the tank is not yet full. So the pump will continuously run, and yet the tank is already full, and the water will spill out of the tank even if it is full. Yet the float switch is there to control that, but it is not working. Why? Because you didn't install it correctly. 1, 2, 3. These 3 parts are so important. They work hand in hand, these 3 parts here. Okay? So make sure I don't look down upon this one because it is tying this more. This is very, very important. Without this pump cannot run. As usual, guys, if you find this video helpful, don't forget to share, like, and tell me your experiences with these water pumps in the comment section. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to support me. Keep watching these do-it-yourself tutorial videos. Thank you very much.